Hey, welcome back to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm Karen. I'm here again with another pick a card reading. Today's reading is, does he or she even care? Do they even care about you? What are their feelings for you? What are they thinking about you? So in this reading, I'm going to be looking at their feelings for you in the past and their feelings for you in the present moment. So in this reading, we're going to be looking at the playing cards, the messages from the Divine Masculine cards, and then we're going to look into the divination dice and the charms as well. So if you are looking to come into twin flame union, or if you're wanting to manifest a soulmate, basically the love relationship, the soulmate, the soul connection that's for your highest good, then I highly recommend my meditation, which is called Twin Flame Union Alignment Chakra Healing. So in this chakra healing meditation, we look into each individual chakra and how to heal and clear out any blockages and imbalances that have been getting in the way of you aligning in that love vibration and aligning with your true soulmate. And I help you to cultivate strong self-esteem and self-love that then mirrors back to you. I help you to release any tendencies of chasing or any tendencies to have codependency. We really clear those out and really raise up your vibration, helping you come out of fear and coming into deep self-love. Basically clearing out anything that's been getting in the way of you becoming the vibrational match to really attract in twin flame union or soulmate union, the relationship that is for your highest good, the relationship that you're destined for. So that is called Twin Flame Union Alignment Chakra Healing. And that meditation, all the details are below this video in the description box, so please check that out. Okay, so in today's reading we have 3 sets of cards, and set of cards number 1 is the amber, set of cards number 2 is the pink aura quartz point, and set of cards number 3 is the rainbow prism. So I'll give you a few moments to tune into the energies of the cards. It is fine to feel drawn to more than one set of cards. You can pause the video right now, but I'll leave a few quiet moments as well. Okay, so let's get into the reading. So welcome to set of cards number 1. You have chosen the amber. And this is the unicorn playing cards. We're also going to be looking at the messages from the Divine Masculine cards, as well as the divination dice and the charms. So does this person even care about you? So the first row is going to be the past. Did they care about you in the past? There's the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. So the next row is, how are they currently feeling about you? And there's the Queen of Cups, the 9 of Cups, a lot of cups here, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Okay. So the messages from the Divine Masculine cards, there's this or that. You're so beautiful. Someone is triggering me. I'm so excited. And I'm scared of what's ahead. Okay. Right. So, in the past, how did they feel about you? Did they even care? So there's the Five of Swords. So this is an energy of them pushing you away. It could have been an internal conflict in their mind. They didn't know whether this connection was real or not, or it was just overwhelming for them. They didn't know how to surrender to this connection and go with the flow. Definitely overthinking things. I feel as though, especially with someone who's triggering me, I feel this person was easily triggered in terms of panicky feelings or feeling out of their depth in this connection. They may have had a lot of drama or karma going on in their life. So I feel like it was a roller coaster of emotions for this person when they first met you. Or they may have just been so used to locking their heart away. They may have experienced a lot of difficulties, a lot of heartbreak in past relationships or in their childhood. And so this person was definitely on the defense. This person was definitely too much in their mind, too much in their fears and pushing you away. There's the Seven of Cups, which is about options. So this person may have been in a place of confusion. They didn't know whether to choose your connection or choose other people. For many, what Spirit is saying to me is they didn't make a choice. It's almost like they wanted their cake and they wanted to eat it, kind of thing. They wanted you in their life in a certain way, but they also wanted, I'm feeling, to remain single, or, they didn't want a full-on commitment. They may have been dating other people. But what I'm sensing is the conclusion that they came to was that their feelings for you was definitely the strongest for many of you. They may have had lots of experiences with other people, but then at the end of the day, their thoughts always returned to you. Their feelings were always about you. This Seven of Cups can also mean that for some of them, they felt safer keeping your connection in kind of like the fantasy realm. And by that I mean they weren't allowing your connection to fully ground. They felt safer in some kind of situationship. They felt safer with the connection kind of being at a safe distance. And yet this was someone who, if you got too far away from them, they wanted you to come closer again. So it's definitely a duality here, where in the past they wanted to be with you, but then at the same time they feared that. And so there was hot and cold behavior here. You didn't know where you stood with this person, which is represented by that Seven of Cups. It was like castles in the sky, or everything was up in the air. It wasn't being fully grounded. But I'm definitely getting the sense that this person, in a way, felt safer with it not fully grounding, with not allowing you to get too close, not allowing things to get too real, because they were hiding, They were hiding from opening their heart, hiding from being vulnerable. Some of them, it could be they were hiding from a spiritual awakening if they felt this really strong magnetic attraction to you, because I am seeing the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands. There's this feeling of great passion that they've always had for you, and it's like a magnetic attraction. I feel that is what scared them. And so they were like this or that in the past. They didn't know what to choose. They didn't know whether to take a risk. Some, they may have been young. They may have wanted to, with the Nine of Pentacles, stay in their singlehood, be a bachelor or bachelorette. They may literally have just not been at that stage of development in their life where they felt ready to fully commit to a deep relationship. They may have felt much more safer in more shallow kind of situations. This person's been afraid of going inwards, basically. They may have been running away from themselves because having a true commitment and a healthy relationship requires us to be healthy within ourselves. It requires us to have a healthy relationship with ourselves. And I feel like this person didn't have that, and so they couldn't give you what you wanted or what you needed in the past. And definitely a feeling of confusion. If they experienced a deep magnetic attraction to you, they didn't understand what that was all about. They didn't understand what that meant in the past. I feel that that strong attraction is what scared them, because they felt like it made them out of control. It made them feel extremely triggered. They felt so excited because of that magnetic attraction. They felt a lot of passion. But they realised they couldn't be in control of their emotions when it came to you, because the emotions ran so deep. And they were afraid of getting too caught up in that. They were afraid that things were just going to be chaotic between you both, and that it was going to be too much of a roller coaster of emotions. And you know, there were so many highs, but then there were so many lows, and those lows, that pain really scared this person. They didn't want to keep feeling that pain. So there's the Four of Cups. There was a missed opportunity, or this person was refusing to ground this connection or fully accept this new beginning, this relationship, this offer you were giving them, or the love that you were giving them. It's like they were turning their back on that. Or they just didn't realize how significant you were going to be in their life. Because again, it may have been to do with a lack of maturity. This person may have needed other life lessons before they realized the significance of your connection. They may have needed to, you know, try and cut corners and avoid doing their healing work, and then kind of attracted a lot of drama because they were in that avoidance. But they may have needed to go through that in order to realize that it's best to just be true to themselves. But yeah, this person was definitely, like I said, they may have been young, or they may have just been young at heart. They may have been enjoying being single or having lots of options. And so I feel with the Eight of Cups, in the past they walked away from you, or you walked away from them because it just wasn't the right time. Things weren't harmonious between you both. There was a lot of confusion. It's like the emotions were too strong. The triggering was too strong. So there was a lack of stability, a lack of grounding. So how do they feel about you currently? Queen of Cups. So they see you as this beautiful divine feminine. They see you as this beautiful woman. We do have You're So Beautiful as well. And they see you as someone that's been very open-hearted, kind, compassionate, caring. You know, they may have seen you as this queen, but, you know, if it was to do with maturity or immaturity, you know, they may not have felt ready to be on the same level as you with this Queen of Cups. But in many cases, you know, I often say this, but it's true. In many cases, you know, relationships are mirrors of ourselves. And so there may have been, whether you realized it or not, aspects of yourself that weren't fully ready. There may have been some things you needed to learn. You may have had your head up in the clouds as well with the Seven of Cups. And so there may have been some projecting onto this person perhaps, and vice versa, of, you know, your goals and dreams. There could have been some, you know, I don't mean this to sound offensive, but you may have been having some unrealistic expectations in terms of like fairy tales, because that's what that Seven of Cups is all about. Illusions and confusions. So basically, some of you may have had certain expectations of this person that they couldn't live up to, but it's almost like there was a lack of acceptance of that perhaps in the past. and then taking it personally when the person literally couldn't give you those things. And then during this separation, I'm feeling some of you realized a lot of things, realized how maybe you weren't fully emotionally available, perhaps a realization that you were projecting some of your wounds from your childhood into this connection as well, and subconsciously wanting this person to heal you in the ways that you needed to heal yourself. So there may have been some codependency here. It's like on the surface this person was pushing you away, but I feel like deep down there was a lot of obsession here between you both, perhaps looking too much to each other for that validation, love, approval, subconsciously trying to heal childhood wounds or the inner child wounds. But they see you as the Queen of Cups. They see you as this divine feminine, Nine of Cups. They definitely care very strongly about you. Nine of Cups is really saying that you make them feel on cloud nine. You are their dream come true. But this was kind of the thing. There was daydreams, you know, with that being near that Seven of Cups as well. A lot of daydreaming, feeling on cloud nine, a lot of excitement. But it's almost like neither of you were fully in a place to be able to have a healthy relationship with each other, because I feel for many of you that this is a deep soul connection, and so this connection really made you become much more aware of the higher dimensions, and so you are both focusing more on these higher dimensions, which is fine and which is natural when you initially meet a soul connection. But we can kind of get caught up in the 5D and the higher dimensions to the point where it becomes a little bit too ungrounded. You know, we can start living out this connection through the mental realm. And I do feel a purpose of your connection for some of you was to bridge that gap between you and the divine, get you both to become closer to the divine, to soul family, to your true soul selves beneath, you know, the day-to-day life. You experienced an awakening with this person. And yeah, naturally for a while you're going to get a bit caught up in the higher dimensions. But there is the Knight of Wands here as well. So this person feels a lot of passion for you, especially with the Ace of Wands as well. This can be like sexual desires. This person wants to race in. They want to make love to you. They want all this alone time with you is what I'm feeling. But, you know, it's not just sexual. They feel this deep love, these deep romantic feelings for you as well. Five of Cups, they definitely feel as though they missed out on an opportunity. They're currently feeling that potentially they could have lost you, but they're still holding out hope that you can have this reconciliation, or they're hoping that you've both matured in this time apart. You've somehow grounded yourselves. I feel like you both both as individuals and together became ungrounded, because it felt so magical, so exciting, so amazing. But you needed that time to connect with the divine. But then you needed to go your separate ways to ground yourselves again, because your connection wasn't grounding when you were both too much in your head or the mental realm, or connecting too much in that kind of dimension. It's time to ground it now. So yeah, there's definitely some kind of loss, or the loss of a dynamic here, the loss of the old way that you used to interact. But there's potential now for you to be more in the, you know, bringing this down, grounding this more into the 3D, because you both learn a lot from the separation. So I'm scared of what's ahead. They are afraid, like I said, that it could potentially be the end between you both, but also they're scared of what's ahead, because I do feel like this person has had self-esteem issues, which may have been mirroring. You know, you may have both been kind of communicating from within your own comfort zones, but neither wanted to fully risk rejection. So feeling like overly sensitive to rejection. And so I feel like there is still these fears within this person that things could fall apart in the future. I feel like they're still being overly cautious. So let's look into the divination dice and then the charms. So I'm going to pull out one of the smaller ones first. I'm going to look. Yeah, there's the treasure chest. And then one of the larger ones. There's this path between the two trees leading to the sun. Okay, so what I'm feeling with this treasure chest is this person is keeping their feelings for you close to their chest. It's like they're bottling up their emotions, but they see you as a treasure. They're trying to protect your connection. It's almost as though they felt that it's going to kind of save or protect your connection by keeping it in the current dynamic, or that's how they felt in the past. Like they felt it would be safer in the situationship rather than taking a leap of faith and risking it all falling apart and then losing you for good, kind of thing. But they see you as this treasure. They're still afraid to fully open up this treasure chest, open up their heart in order to receive love, in order to give love. But you're definitely both on this divine path that is leading. This could be a sunset. It's the ending of old cycles, but then it's a sunrise as well. It's new beginnings. So this is almost like their heart. They're keeping it kind of closed, but they're still holding all this love in for you. And it's like, if they open that, it's like opening a can of worms or opening Pandora's box. You know, whenever we open our heart to allow more love in, we have to clear out all the things that's blocking us from being able to receive more love. So that's all the pain, all the conditioning, anything that's out of alignment or blocking love. And that can be a painful experience, that purging, because, you know, we've got to really look into ourselves and feel that pain again, like almost like re-experience it in order to be able to release it. But you're on this divine path, and you know, whatever's happening, it's divinely guided. You know, that we do have to use our free will as well to make choices, you know, whether to embrace what our intuition is telling us or resist it. Let's look into the charms. Oops. Okay, so there's the clamshell, and inside of this there is, if I can open it, the amethyst, which is the crown chakra. So to me this is saying they're a little bit clammed up, but at the same time, to me this is love. I once had a dream about my twin flame where his heart was represented by this clamshell, and it had a pearl in the center. And one day in the dream, he opened up the shell to reveal his heart in order to give and receive love. So again, this person definitely has really, really strong feelings for you, but they may be holding it in. They may be holding in this intuition that's happening in their crown chakra. Like they may not fully know how to surrender to this intuitive truth that's coming through to them. Okay. Okay, so we have, fuck you, I do what I want, and don't be a dick. So there was that Five of Swords. So this is saying that there has been a time where this person's tried to take back their power, or there's been power struggles, and they tried to overcome feeling out of control emotionally by being stubborn, maybe having harsh words, or just, you know, they may not have said harsh words to you, but they had this attitude of, I do what I want. You know, they believed that they could fight this scary process of awakening, basically, which your connection has been a catalyst to. So it may have appeared that they were pushing you away because they didn't love you, but really they were just trying to run away from their fears and everything that we go through when we go through a spiritual awakening. So it's like, don't be a dick. So they may have been acting a bit like a dick, but still they have, with this heart, it's like they still had deep feelings for you. There's Big Ben. So London may be significant. The clock could be divine timing. This could be a tower. There was a tower moment between many of you. Both of you may have been in your own individual towers in terms of being in a comfort zone or having walls up. This person, they want to wear their heart on their sleeve. They want to reveal their true feelings to you. There's like two buttonholes. So that's like, and in the heart. So that's like the Two of Cups to me. This is saying you both feel this love or these romantic feelings equally. But one of you, or maybe even both of you, may have been trying to hide that. A lot of wisdom has happened recently through some kind of separation. Awakenings happen. This is saying that you're being guided by spirit as well. And your connection is coming back into peace. There needed to be this peace, this healthy relationship within yourselves as individuals before you could align in harmony together. So I feel like a lot of healing has taken place within your connection. So please check out my other videos. I have loads on here about how does this person really feel about you, what do they want to happen, what is going to happen between you. So please look at my playlists. And again, if you would like to really get into the right vibration in order to be able to align with love and release fear that blocks love, so align with your soulmate or your twin flame, you know, whether it's this person or whether it turns out to be someone else who is for your highest good. Whoever you're destined to be with, if you would like to work on really being in that right vibration in order to manifest that connection, then please check out my meditation, which is called the Twin Flame Union Alignment Chakra Healing. So all the details for that are below this video in the description box. So thank you so much, and I'll move on to the next set of cards. So welcome to set of cards number 2. You've chosen the pink Aura Quartz point. And this is the Donut Lovers playing cards. We've also got the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. And then we'll be looking into the divination dice and the charms as well. So does this person even care about you? So it can be a man or a woman. Do they care about you? So the top row is going to be about the past. How did they really feel about you in the past? And then the second row is going to be the current time. Like, how do they feel about you right now? So did this person used to care about you? So there's the Knight of Cups, which suggests that even in the past, this person genuinely cared about you. There's the Six of Swords. the Ace of Cups in reverse. So yeah, this person definitely cared about you in the past, but it's showing me that there was complications going on. There's the Three of Wands in reverse. And the Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Their current feelings, the Joker. So to me, this is the Fool. Current feelings, the Nine of Cups. Queen of Cups in reverse. The Four of Swords. And the Eight of Cups. So from the messages from the Divine Masculine cards, there's, I'm here for you. What's my purpose? I'm not sure. Sorry, the camera is appearing like, the screen's appearing quite dark to me. I hope it's not when you're watching it. I think it's because it's so sunny. It's hard for me to see the screen. Honesty is important. And I'm letting go of the past. Wow, so let's look at their past emotions for you. So Knight of Cups, definitely strong romantic feelings for you. This person felt extremely passionate about you. They may have had a lot of fantasies. I feel as though they were attracted to you on all levels, like physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. I feel this felt like a heaven on earth kind of moment. It felt euphoric. And that's what led to a lot of passion. There may have been a strong magnetic attraction here. May have been a love at first sight kind of thing. Or deep infatuation which developed into true feelings, true love over time. But definitely I feel like this person wanted to be close to you. But like I said, I feel like there was some sort of complications going on, because there's the Six of Swords, which is about moving out of difficulties into more harmony, into a brighter future. And so I feel like there was difficulties or instability within your connection in the past. This could have been that this person or both of you, and I do believe that relationships are mirrors of each other, and so we attract what we resonate with at the time. And so I feel there was emotions all over the place here. I feel that there was a lot of insecurity in terms of worrying so much about what the other person thought. It's almost like there was this instant magnetic attraction. It was so strong. For some of you, this is your soulmate. It may even be your twin flame. But there was definitely a recognition of each other's souls, of each other, like very early on within your connection. And so it's almost like you didn't really know each other in the physical, in the 3D. You know, you hadn't got to know each other in this lifetime, but your souls know each other from the higher dimensions and from past lives as well. So it's almost like when you initially had that spark, it felt like lightning struck. But because you didn't know each other in the 3D, in this lifetime, it became very scary, because you felt deeply, deeply connected to each other. This person definitely felt that as well. But because you didn't know each other, it was like the emotions were so intense straight away that it may not have made sense to this person or to you or both of you initially. But it's like, how do you cope with having such intense emotions for someone when you feel as though you don't even know them? And so this person definitely felt a lot of nervousness, and you may have done as well, because the emotions were so immediate and so intense. And it was like the intensity of it created nervousness or anxiety when it came to actually talking or something like that in this lifetime, in the 3D. A lot of nervousness, a lot of self-consciousness, because it was just so immediate. And I feel there was insecurities. You may have met this person when you were young. Not necessarily, but it's definitely some triggering of deep, like, soul stuff that needs healing, soul wounds, as well as that deep soul love. So everything kind of came up all at once, and I feel like both of you immediately just really wanted to be close to each other and had massive fears of losing each other. So it could have created this codependency, huge fears of loss, of losing this person. You feel like, I finally met the one, but we don't actually know each other in this lifetime, and not wanting to appear, I feel like this person didn't want to appear weird or something, by having such intense emotions for you, or showing that they had that much intense emotions off the bat, because it was unusual for them. You know, they weren't expecting that, or they never experienced that before. So I feel like this person may have been trying to play it cool with you. Definitely triggered up major fears of loss. And so this person, they may have subconsciously projected childhood wounds into this connection, desperately not wanting to be abandoned. And so this person may have gone about trying to chase you and also running from you. I feel like it's a simultaneous thing. Like, chasers are runners and runners are chasers. You know, if someone's chasing, then they're trying to look outside of themselves for that approval, for that validation, to be loved, to feel lovable after all. If we have this childhood wound of not feeling loved, of feeling unworthy. And so that subconsciously gets projected, and that's like the traditional chaser trying to chase and get that from the other person. But I feel that the other person, who's traditionally the runner, it's like they're running away from their wounds, they're running away from being vulnerable because they don't want to be heartbroken. But they can also be chasing. Sometimes they can keep their distance because that they see that that's making you chase them, and then they feel that validation that you're kind of obsessed with them, and that makes them feel secure in this connection. And you know, but chasers are running away from their own emotion, you know, looking into their own wounds as well. So this could have been either way around. I feel like for many of you, you will consider this person to have been the runner, but some of you, you will see them as the chaser, and that you were kind of running away, you know, in the typical kind of sense that plays out. But both were running and both were chasing is what I'm feeling. Like you both wanted to feel a sense of security within the connection. What I'm sensing is this person wanted to feel that you were definitely there for them and that you'd always be there for them. And that may have caused them to act in ways to try and test you, because they had just such intense fears. But at the same time, they feared being open and vulnerable. So complications, but wanting to heal those complications. Could have been power struggles here. Someone trying to take control in terms of making things work. The other person trying to take control in terms of wanting to feel emotionally stable, but because they're feeling emotionally all over the place, and they felt like they couldn't control their emotions. So yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. This person experienced a major heart awakening within this connection. This is saying deep love, but it's also brought up a lot of childhood fears. So I feel like they tried to chase you in many ways, even if you didn't realize it. They may have tried to mold themselves to be what they thought you wanted them to be. They may have done a lot of things to try and secure almost like a dependency. And again, I do feel this is mirrored within this connection. You know, one person may have played like the mother kind of or father role, and the other person may have played the child role. So the parent-child dynamic. The parent wants to feel needed. The parent may want to make the child feel that the child needs them. And then the child may remain playing the childlike role in order to get the love and validation from the parent role. And there's this fear on both sides that if you become equal, then the other won't need you anymore. Like one person may fear that if they stop giving and giving, then the other person's gonna move on. And then the other person feels that if they give the other everything that they want, if they give the parent person whatever they want, then, you know, they may look to another child sort of energy from someone else instead. So 3 of Wands in reverse. How did this person feel about you in the past? There was a lot of fear, basically. A lot of emotional roller coasters going on. And whether you see it or not, I feel like this person was waiting for you. They're waiting for this connection to become harmonious. Some of you may have been waiting for them to take action, but if you'd adopted the parent role, then they may have felt like you were the one in control, so it was down to you to make things work and take action, perhaps. But on a much deeper level, you know, that's just surface level. On a much deeper level, there's definitely a spiritual dynamic going on here, an energetic dynamic. A soul contract is what I'm feeling, where, you know, you both need to be on a happy, healthy place within yourselves to have a happy and healthy relationship with each other. So there's insecurities within both of you as individuals. I feel like this person was waiting for that alignment, because it isn't about just one person just making this decision to try and make it happen and then making it happen. You know, you may have tried to make it happen with this person and then it wasn't working out, and you may have believed it was just because this person wasn't being receptive, they were being resistant. But what I've come to understand is that's an illusion. That's how it appears on the surface level. But, you know, if we're trying to force things to happen or force the other person to be ready, it's really showing that we're not ready either, because we're trying to force things, because we're in this place of fear. We're in a fear vibration that things aren't going to work out. And so we're clinging hold of it. And that's codependency. So a happy, harmonious relationship won't work if we're trying to hold on and make it happen either. So it was not down to this other person's free will to just make the decision to step up and meet you halfway. You were reflections of each other's insecurities, is what I'm feeling. So I feel as though in the past this person became disheartened, because they, just like you, they were waiting for things to try and become more harmonious. But I feel like there was codependency, so things were going in circles, like the fear kept going in circles, a lack of surrender. And so this person, they eventually did surrender. They had to let go. And it may have appeared that they gave up on you. It may have appeared that they walked away, but someone had to surrender first. You know, often, especially within the twin flame community, it can appear that the masculine gave up and ran away, but truly it was a surrender, a release of attachment, which has to happen, because, you know, that's how we release and detach from the fear vibration. and we go with the flow. So the Six of Cups in reverse. This is the Soulmate card. This person was wanting to come into reconciliation, wanting to come into a reunion, wanting to come back together. May have been trying to force things by wearing a mask. You know, they may have believed that, you know, even if it sounds crazy, they may have believed that wearing a mask and projecting this version of themselves was going to make you more attracted to them and was going to secure a future between you both, but it may have been that mask that was keeping you both apart on both sides. This person felt a lot of heartbreak, a lot of rejection, you know, even if you totally felt like you were there for this person, in some way they felt indirectly rejected by that. How do they feel about you now? The Joker. So this is the Fool. I feel like there's been a surrender. This person realised that you were both trying too hard to force things to work, and there needed to be like a divine intervention. This connection needed to be handed over to Spirit. And so I feel like this person may have surrendered. They may have appeared to have walked away on the 3D. But there's the Nine of Cups. They still feel that you are their dream come true. They still feel on cloud 9. They still think about you all the time. They still feel this deep love. They still feel that connection to the divine, which is opened up through this connection on a much deeper level. Queen of Cups in reverse. They have, like I said, felt that heartbreak. They felt codependent upon you, but they needed to let go in order to focus on self, in order to allow all these wounds to resurface, to be triggered up, in order to be released and healed. This person's going inwards right now. The Four of Swords, trying to heal themselves. They're thinking about you all the time. Eight of Cups. So right now, I feel like they are in this place where they have felt disappointment over this connection. They still feel that you are the one for them in terms of you're their soulmate or their twin flame. They may be surrendering in terms of coming into this place of acceptance that whatever happens, happens. They believe that the highest good is going to unfold, and so they're handing it over to the divine. They're letting things unfold in the best way due to, you know, how the divine deems things to be for both of your highest good. And so again, it may feel as though they've walked away, but you know, they may have come to this realization that right now, or in the past, things just were becoming so chaotic, or a roller coaster, and so much pain was happening. This person felt too obsessed, too attached, and it, you know, attachment is what creates a lot of our pain. And it's like they couldn't take that anymore. And so they've come to this acceptance, and it's a good thing. You know, you may be fearful that it means that they're walking away, but it's a good thing. They've come out of the fear vibration so that they, you know, if you're going to have this reconciliation in the future, some of you will, some of you might not. They're in the right place emotionally, because it's all the attachment, it's all the codependency that's a major block. It's like looking to the other as a distraction from healing ourselves within. I'm here for you. So yeah, even if they're not right next to you in the 3D, it's like emotionally they're still feeling this deep love for you, still thinking about you all the time. They're still there for you. You know, like if you cross paths again, or if the universe brings you back together, they're still there for you. They may be reaching out at times as well, but at the same time, they are surrendering. They're allowing things to go in the way of the highest good, according to the divine. What's my purpose? They may be focusing on their life purpose right now. They may be focusing on what's the purpose of this connection. And there's I'm not sure. So again, it's like surrendering. They're just seeing what unfolds at this time, because it feels the most healing for them to be in that place of surrender. Honesty is important. So they have this realization that your connection can only truly be healthy if there's honest communication. So they may have fears still about being that open and vulnerable, fears of rejection. They may notice or realize that you have the same fears in some cases as well. And so they're healing that. But I feel for the most part they're just being in the present moment right now. They're not trying to overdo things, or they're not trying to run away. They're just going with the flow of what feels right. Yeah, and let go of the past. So there's healing of the past, release, forgiveness. If, you know, difficult things happen between you both, healing that. Letting go of any past dynamic which wasn't serving the connection. There's been a lot of realizations here. A lot of maturity has happened through some kind of separation. So let's look into the divination dice. I'm going to pull out one of the smaller ones first. I'm not going to look. The green. And then one of the larger ones. Awesome. Okay. So the horse and the castle. So that's like the Knight of Cups, which was the first card that came out. So feelings of passion. They want to race towards you. But again, this is like a castle with that door with the bars over it. I definitely feel as though you both have been in your comfort zone. You may have just felt like it was the other person. But Spirit is saying it's like on both sides. And just so much passion, but there's been like communication from behind walls. But this is like the knight in shining armor coming to rescue the princess that's stuck in the castle kind of thing as well. But that's what I mean, like I feel like this connection stirred up such deep emotions that you may have both been too caught up in like fantasizing about it, or having some unrealistic expectations, or both basically looking to the other to rescue you, but at the same time you both wanting to rescue the other as well. But it was like a codependency, as a need to do that healing work within. And I do feel like that is happening, and that has happened on a major level as well. There's definitely a major positive shift in your connection, a release in codependency, so something more real, more realistic can happen between you. So let's look at the charms. How does this person feel about you? Do they really care? Okay. So they're feeling slightly bitter about something. They may have felt rejected by you in some kind of way. Even if you feel like you're always there for them and you're putting in so much work and you're giving so much to them, they may have indirectly taken that to be that you didn't feel they were competent enough. And so you were doubting their abilities to be a good partner or something like that. Or they just felt some kind of rejection. So some kind of bitterness here. They may be currently healing, you know, because there was that Six of Swords, moving out of choppy waters into a calmer future, healing from adversity. So healing from feeling some kind of bitterness, some kind of resentment. But they still see that you're working together. You're like these two wheels that work in tandem. The bike is pink, which is, you know, pink and green are the colours of the heart chakra. And they want to move your connection forward together in tandem. So yeah, Big Ben, something to do with London, could be significant. The tower, you know, I feel like you're both within your own towers without fully realizing it. The clock means divine timing has been involved in the connection. So the snowman, this could be very significant for some of you. Could be that someone really enjoys the winter months or really enjoys Christmas. Or it could be like that story of the snowman where it's melted away. You know, at the end of the film, he melts. There's just this puddle of, this small pile of snow on the ground. This could be that you feel as though the connection has completely melted away and disappeared and ended. But as we know from the newer films, you know, every like Christmas time or every winter time when it's snowing, that snowman character comes back to life. So it's saying that there's going to be a renewal of your connection. It's going to come back to life. It's very magical as well and exciting, just like that story. The 4-leaf clover. So this is like the Wheel of Fortune. It's saying that your connection is moving in a much more positive cycle forward now. A major cycle has ended, so a really positive one can begin. Karma was healed, most likely through difficult situations, but the karma's been healed and released for the most part. And now there's further growth with this flower. Growth and healing within your connection. So please check out my other videos. I have loads on here about how does this person really feel about you, what do they want to happen between you, and all readings like that. So please look at those. And also, if you would like to get yourself into the right vibration to be able to give and receive love and come into a really happy, harmonious and healthy relationship with your soulmate or your twin flame, then I really recommend my meditation, which is the Twin Flame Union Chakra Healing Meditation. So that can get you into alignment with this person, you know, if this is the person that's for your highest good and is in your soul contract for you to be with, or it could align you with the soulmate that you are destined for. So please check that out. All the details are below this video in the description box. So thank you so much, and then I'll move on to the final set of cards. So welcome to set of cards number 3. You've chosen the rainbow glass prism. So how does this person even care? Does he even care? Does she even care how they really feel about you? So we're going to look into the playing cards, and these are the famous cottage garden playing cards. Then we're going to look into the messages from the divine masculine cards, and finally the divination dice and the charms. So the top row is going to be their feelings for you in the past. How did they feel about you in the past? And then the second row is going to be their current feelings for you. So did this person care about you in the past? There's the 10 of Cups. So yeah, they definitely cared about you. The 7 of Pentacles. The 4 of Swords. The 2 of Wands. And the Knight of Swords. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to start off just by looking at these cards. I'm feeling drawn to do that, even though I didn't do that for the set of cards number 1 and 2. So they're past feelings for you. 10 of Cups. So they feel as though, well, in the past, they felt as though you were the one for them. They felt really happy. They felt as though they'd finally met the person, like their dream person, their ideal person. They felt as though you had a lot in common. You may have had intense and really in-depth discussions where you just resonated with each other so well. You know, you really clicked. You really got each other. This person felt really uplifted. They felt truly loved by you, truly seen and understood. A lot of empathy between you both. Feeling heightened, happy, feeling as though, you know, it just felt right in many ways. Your connection felt right to them. 7 of Pentacles. So this person, they felt as though they were investing a lot within your connection, but I'm feeling emotions of frustration here. Like they were trying to get your connection to grow or develop further in some kind of way. You know, whether it appeared that way on the surface or not, they were trying to plant the seeds for your connection to grow deeper. They may have been trying to get close to you. You know, again, it may feel as though what I'm talking about is your feelings for them, but what Spirit is saying is that they felt the same way, whether they articulated that or not, whether they showed it or not. They were trying to invest and invest and invest in this connection so it would grow stronger and stronger and stronger. But there's a feeling of frustration. I feel as though things were more complicated than what they wanted them to be between you both. And so there was a time where this person was confused. This card is all about taking a step back to ask self if we should continue to invest in this or cut our losses and start investing in something else, or, you know, going in a different direction. So this person experienced confusion. And they felt as though things weren't developing in as much as, you know, the work that they had put in. Again, whether you saw that on the surface or not, this person definitely feels like they invested a lot and they weren't sure whether it was going to pay off or not. So they felt disheartened at times. There's the 4 of Swords. So this person was feeling very burnt out by the efforts they were putting in, or if it felt like an emotional roller coaster or something, there was deep happy feelings, but then there may have been like really difficult emotions or triggers coming up as well. And so they were feeling exhausted by not knowing where this connection was going, not knowing if all the work that was being put in on both sides most likely was going to grow, or whether it was just not working out. And I feel like in many ways the connection was just not working out. And they felt very troubled by that. I feel that is when they started going inwards. They may have come across as cold or uncaring at that time, but they were just feeling disappointment, feeling some heartbreak, maybe even feeling some rejection coming up. And, you know, it could have been you both feeling that in your own ways. And again, this person really trying to figure out what was the best thing to do with this connection. Two of Wands. So there's definitely like they wanted something to deepen between you both, but they felt as though there was something getting in the way of that. So it could have been an external circumstance, or it could have been a mental block or an emotional block on either side or on both sides. And so they felt like there was so much opportunity, and they wanted this Ten of Cups with you. They wanted this happy relationship with you. You know, they wanted this flower to blossom and bloom, but they were, at the same time, they were feeling like this bit of the plant here, the bud, they were feeling like it was wilting, or they were starting to lose hope, basically. And so they may have become more distant, because they were trying to go inwards and problem solve and figure things out for themselves. They may have started, for some of them, looking in a different direction at that time. Not necessarily at a different person. I mean, it could have been, but they may have just been wondering, should I stay or should I go? But it's not because they didn't feel this deep love for you. It's they literally felt like they'd exhausted all the ways in which they felt like they could try and make this work. Again, many of you are going to feel like I'm talking about how you felt, but this person felt the same way. So Knight of Swords. You know, this person, they wanted to fight for the connection. They wanted to make it work. This flower is called Love in a Mist. So that's like love in a place of confusion. Or difficulties. You know, the fog was preventing you from uniting, seeing each other clearly, or seeing a situation clearly. But they wanted to fight for your connection. But they may not have been able to see through that mist, through that fog. And so they still had all this hope. I feel like in a way they were still investing in your connection, but some of them, they may have moved in a different direction, but their heart was still deeply connected to you, and maybe they hoped that things would work out in the future when things were less complicated, or there was less obstacles or something like that. How do they feel about you right now? Six of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Three of Swords in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. No, that's not in reverse. Ten of Pentacles. And the Ace of Cups. And we have, what's going on? Things will change very soon. Let me be your king. What does she think of me? And you turn me on in so many ways. So their current feelings for you, they definitely still care for you. Six of Swords. This is all about moving out of adversity into a brighter future. So they're wanting your connection to heal. I feel like they're wanting to work with you to make it heal. They've definitely been doing inner work, inner healing work. I feel like they've been releasing things that aren't serving them. People, emotional blocks, mental, you know, inner conflict or anything like that. Pessimism. They're releasing those things because they still want to work on your connection. They're still holding out for you to come together in that brighter future, in that reunion. Ace of Pentacles. So they want a brand new beginning, a tangible new beginning in your connection. They may be coming forward with an offer or some communication at this time. You know, it's interesting that that's below the Seven of Pentacles, which is about investment. And at a certain point, they took some time out to really ask themselves, should I keep investing in this connection? You know, they may have tested the waters in a different direction, just to test if they should, you know, if it's right for everyone involved to invest, you know, go in a different direction. But now I'm feeling as though they've tested that and they realize they want this new beginning with you. So the Ace of Pentacles, they're still putting in the work to your connection. There was some heartbreak with the Three of Swords in reverse, but in reverse it's like healing is happening. It may have been heartbreak or fear of heartbreak, which was creating a lot of blocks in the development of your connection in the past. So this person has worked really hard to heal those blocks and release them. And the separation may have triggered that heartbreak up within you as well. But it caused you to, it almost forced you to do that healing work and release. Sometimes when we don't surrender, which we need to do for a manifestation to occur, you know, sometimes when we don't surrender, something has to happen to make us surrender and be like, oh, fuck this kind of thing. And sometimes, unfortunately, it is through heartbreak. If we don't know how to surrender in a more positive kind of way through our own choice, then sometimes we can feel like something's taken away from us and it forces us to surrender, because we often transform through adversity. You know, we don't want to continue to feel that heartbreak, and you know, it becomes way too much to handle, and so we have to change. We have to heal and surrender in order to get past that severe heartbreak. And that's, you know, the process of healing and release and coming to a higher state of consciousness and a higher vibration. So any heartbreak that has been experienced in this connection in the past, they're healing that. They're letting go of the past. There's forgiveness on both sides is what I'm feeling. And yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, what are they investing in? Your connection. The Ten of Pentacles is the happy relationship, being a good provider. So they may have realized that they hurt you if they walked away, because they became disheartened and felt like it's not working out. So maybe I should try someone else or a different direction. And then, you know, that just made their mind up even more that they want to invest in you and the connection. But they really want to be there for you now. They want to be a good provider, especially if they want to provide healing of your broken heart as well. Ace of Cups. So yeah, they're wanting a new beginning in love. Giving you their heart. Being completely available for a happy, healthy relationship with you. That's what they're feeling. That's what they're wanting. There's what's going on. So yeah, this is really saying that in the past they became confused because they felt like things were so complicated, and then they may have thought, well, if it's so complicated, does that just mean that we're not right for each other? But things will change very soon. Yeah, healing is occurring. Let me be your king. So they really want to be the best version of themselves for you. They want to be a good provider. They've ascended to this higher vibration of the king energy. What does she think of me? So if you are in no contact, they may be wondering like if you still love them. They may be wondering if it's safe for them to come forward and try and have a reconciliation with you. We have you turn me on in so many ways. So this is a lot of attraction, magnetic attraction, sexual attraction, feeling attracted to you on all levels really. But also it's like you turn them on in terms of you wake them up. So let's look into the divination dice, and then we'll look into the charms. I'll pull out one of the smaller ones first. I'm not going to look. There's the witch with the magic wand. And then I'll pull out one of the bigger dice as well. The windmill. Okay. So the witch with the magic wand. So yeah, they're wanting to transform your connection. They feel a lot of magic within your connection. They feel it's so meaningful, it's so spiritual. But yeah, they're wanting to manifest, create, transform your connection. And this is really positive. The windmill, it's like the wheel of fortune. It's moving, or you have moved out of a previous karmic cycle that was keeping you both blocked and your connection blocked, and you're moving into a much better vibration, a much better cycle, harmonious. And there's two little huts here attached to the windmill. It's like the two of you moving in this much more positive direction. So let's look at the charms. Okay. Slightly bitter. So, yeah, there may have been bitterness about what happened in the past. This person may have had difficulties getting their emotions across. They didn't know how to express their needs or their wants. They may have expected you to be a mind reader or something like that, is what I'm hearing. Slightly bitter. Or they're hoping, if you're feeling slightly bitter, then they can heal that. There's the heart with the angel wings. So this is saying that whatever's happened in your connection has been divinely guided. Spirit and your angels have been watching over this connection. This connection has caused an intense heart awakening within you both. So you remember your true soul selves. So your soul is the part of you that incarnates in all lifetimes and is your true self in the other dimensions as well. So a deep remembrance. And, you know, that's not an easy journey to go through. So the camera, this always reminds me of Instagram or social media. Or it could mean that this person's looking at old photos, or they're reminiscing about the past, or they may be looking at your photos on social media, or they may be posting photos for you to see on social media, something like that. Or it could be someone that just loves photography, or it can resonate in whatever way it does for you as an individual. So the church, again, this is really saying your connection is deeply spiritual, it's divinely guided, but this also reminds me of the Hierophant card and the Three of Pentacles. So the Hierophant is about commitment, committing to this spiritual path, committing to each other. It can represent the marriage card as well. The Three of Pentacles is working together to build this spiritual connection, but building it in the 3D as well, you know, coming together in the 3D. And finally, you have the Owl. So a lot of wisdom has been obtained or attained through this connection, through a separation. A lot of realizations have happened to help you come into much more harmony within yourselves and with each other. So please check out my other readings. I have loads on here about how does this person really feel, what do they want to happen between you, what is going to happen. So please look at those, and also remember to check out my meditation, which is the Twin Flame Union Chakra Healing meditation that will really get you into the right vibration to be able to align with union with your true soulmate or your twin flame. So that could be with this person, but you know, it could be with someone else, whoever is destined for you to be with, whoever is for your highest good. And that again is called the Twin Flame Union Alignment Chakra Healing, and all the details for that are below this video in the description box. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.